Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're traveling around Central Texas looking for delicious restaurants you won't want to miss.
Get ready for a new cheesecake shop that's packed with sweet desserts.
Yes, we're gonna eat some cheesecake.
Plus, we're going inside a new ramen shop on the east side of downtown San Antonio.
Well, today we're going to do a 13-pound ramen challenge.
It's very YOLO.
Yeah,
It's very YOLO.
And we check out a resort in Round Rock, Texas, offering killer steaks.
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna give you some more foot on that. That's a double footer. There you go. 1, 2, there you go.
Our first stop on today's foodie adventure is a dessert shop near the University of the Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas.
If you're looking for some delicious desserts, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert time, there's one place you have to come to in San Antonio that just opened up. Laika Cheesecake and Espresso. Let's go inside and see what they got on the menu. Joining us now is Anna. We're inside of the kitchen. She's the executive chef and the co-owner out here at Laika, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the kitchen right now.
The kitchen is actually pretty tiny, as you can probably see yourself, but we put a lot of shelves on the walls, so...
Yeah, you're making a lot with a little bit of space.
Yeah, we're trying to keep up with that. Here we have Anastasia. She's making the crumble topping for our peach crisp cake. Yeah.
This looks incredible just right now. Just give me a spoon and I'd eat that. Like.
Yeah, I doubt you want to use the raw flour, but...
And it's not just this happening in here. Like you said, it is a little bit small in here, but you guys got a lot going on. So what else is happening?
Okay, so this is Ina. She's working on our homemade salted caramel right now. Never stir the sugar because it will start crystallizing.
Oh.
And so once it hits like 180, 190 degrees Celsius, we take it out of the stove. We pour our cream very carefully because it starts splashing a lot. And with a wooden spatula, we start mixing it together. Then we add the butter and we return it to the stove.
All right, and the third station you have in the kitchen right here looks like, oh my goodness, it looks like some really cool fruit you have. What's going on?
So this is Dylan, our kitchen manager, and he's right now making the topping for mango passion fruit cheesecake. And as you can see, we use a fresh fruit to make the topping.
I've never seen the inside of that fruit. That is a strange inside. That looks like a little alien fruit.
I know.
It's so good though.
It's honestly amazing. It's very tart.
So I'm super excited. We got to see how a little bit of the elements are made for these cheesecakes, but now the most important part, we get to go eat them, which I'm super excited about. Now we're out here in the lobby. This is what you're gonna see when you walk into the store. And we have all these different cheesecakes right here. And Anna, you're gonna walk me through, I mean, you have a lot of different options, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have right here?
So we got a variety of different cheesecakes, some of them in a jar, some of them in the form of slices. So the first one here is a mango passion fruit.
Which we just saw being made.
Yeah, you just saw me making it with all this fresh fruit that Dylan was cutting. So it got the graham crust, the mango cheesecake, and the passion fruit mango gel on the top.
This one's so fun looking, and it's also one of your biggest sellers as well, right?
Yeah, honestly, like the minute we usually put it on a display, it's gone within minutes because people just come here specifically for this slice. It's called Picnic in Space, and it got a graham crumb base, got a blueberry jam, our signature vanilla cheesecake, and it's topped with lemon curd, fresh blueberries, and a toasted meringue.
Joining us now to talk a little bit more about the history of the bake shop out here is Victor Charisma, and you're going to be talking to us about the name of the cheesecake spot, which is Laika. Yeah. So who's Laika, and why name the shop after?
So Laika was the first creature from Earth to orbit the Earth in space. It was a dog from Moscow. Before we send humans to space, we had to send animals first to see how it affects.
Unfortunately, that's just how it goes.
It is what it is. But it is a piece of history of Eastern Europe, and that's where we're from. So we wanted to incorporate a little bit of it into our store too.
For people who need an option like sugar-free or low sugar, do you have an option for them?
We actually, you're right in time because we just wanted to announce it today that we started making the sugar-free and gluten-free desserts too.
Wow.
So right now on the display you can see the sugar-free New York with the raspberry topping, with the raspberry sugar-free jam on top.
Thank you so much for showing us. But now, I mean, it is finally time. We've seen them all. It's time to eat. And I'm super, yes, we're gonna eat some cheesecake. Now we're outside. Of course, when you order your cheesecakes, you can sit outside. Why not? There's a little patio out here. We have the 2 different slices that are available right now, plus 4 different flavors, including the sugar-free option, which I'm really excited about. This is the one that's really popular, so I'm gonna take a little bite out of this. I want a little bit of that meringue action going on. That's money right there. That's so good. It's so creamy and it's rich, but the crust has such a nice foundation to it. It's so structurally sound. You can actually pick that up and it's gonna hold together. But then it's nice and creamy. You have that little fruit layer on the bottom. This is like the ultimate slice of cheesecake. You have all the little notes that you want. And it's a little bit tart, it's a little sweet, and it's a really nice balance of all the flavors. I'm gonna jump over here. This is the sugar-free. I wanna see what the exact difference is, okay?
Sure.
All right.
It's also gluten-free too.
It's gluten and sugar-free.
Yes.
All right, I'm ready. Let's try it out. No way. No way.
Yeah.
So this is sugar-free.
It is, absolutely. There's just maybe a tiny bit of a natural sugar from the raspberry,
Right.
but other than that,
No sugar added.
no sugar at all.
Wow. Keep doing your thing. Give me some ducks. Keep doing it. I'm gonna keep enjoying all this. If you guys like us right here off of Broadway, right near UIW and Central Market, this is the spot to come to. And I can imagine during different holidays, Valentine's Day is coming up, they're gonna have different things on the menu, so make sure you follow them on social media as well to see what they're doing. And if you guys start doing delivery, I'm sure that you could also get information about that as well on social media. But cheers to you guys. You're killing it. Keep doing it. I'm gonna eat all these cheesecakes. And it's only lunchtime. Now we're here in downtown Seguin to go inside of a brand new barbecue spot that's serving up amazing barbecue, delicious sides, and some killer desserts. Let's go inside the Burnt Bean Barbecue Company. Joining me now is Ernest Cervantes. He is the owner and chef out here at the Burnt Bean Barbecue Company. Thank you so much for having us out.
Thank you for coming. My dream was to open a barbecue joint in another better place in Seguin, Texas, and I wanted to bring back the classics. You know, we're not going all we use is salt and pepper and post oak, but we want to just perfect it as perfect as possible. Yeah, we're throwing it down and we're having fun doing it. We're using a nice Black Angus and we take pride in everything that we do here.
This brisket is just by far one of the most tender briskets I've ever had. It just falls apart. You don't even need a fork. You don't need a knife. Wow, that is really good. Oh my God. It has a really nice bark on the outside, good smoke flavor, but that protein stands out. I'm gonna try the turkey real quick. I don't really need a knife for anything. It just rips apart, but here we go. I'm gonna try the turkey here. Wow, my goodness. The turkey is super tender, nice and moist, has a good bark on the outside, and the smoke really accents the turkey flavor as well. This has to be one of the top turkeys I've ever tried in my life. This is fantastic. I love
High five, Dave.
David's over there like, yes.
David Kirkland and Ernest Cervantes both got their start in competition barbecue more than a decade ago. They used to compete, but have now teamed up to crank out phenomenal craft barbecue.
I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna use my own seasonings. And he's like, no, I want you to use your own stuff. And he would get a 5th place and I would get a 3rd place. And then he would come to me and say, I'm never showing you anything again. I'm done with you.
Now this right here, this looks like a Cadillac of ribs, man. It just decked out.
Just salt and pepper rib, but we take it to the next level. We use, the best pork you can find on the market.
Oh wow.
And it's tender but juicy.
You got to come out here to Burnt Bean, try their full spare ribs. I mean, these things are loaded, all kinds of meat on there, but the coolest part, it all hugs the bone, but as soon as you give it a little tug of your teeth, it comes right off. Great flavor and a great texture. Stop what you're doing, drive to Seguin, come here to the Burnt Bean, man. You're gonna change your life. Well, you got the sausage here in the corner. Are you making the sausage in-house?
Yeah, that's our all beef sausage. It's all prime grade beef that we use, and it's in-house, the sausage, so.
Oh, wow.
So it's got a little Spanish flavor in there.
It's that little bite in there,
Right,
you know?
it's got that Central Texas flavor
Yeah.
that you want in a good sausage. So this is basically my mom's recipe on the potato salad. These are Mississippi-style green beans. You got cowboy beans, which is just a good old chili brisket bean. And then this is our interpretation of our mac and cheese. Everybody has a mac and cheese. What we did was, I love queso. So what I said was like, why don't I just make queso and then throw pasta in it and then make it my own and throw some hot Cheetos on top. So that's our queso mac. And it's just got a nice savory flavor and it's got its own uniqueness.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Try the mac and cheese when you're out here. Has a really nice flavor to it as well. Has queso mixed into it. Unlike anything else you're going to find anywhere. And it also has hot Cheetos on there as well.
So these are a breakfast that we serve on Sundays, and we do barbacoa, but it's smoked. It's got a really earthy flavor to it. And then we do a salsa morita on there, but it's got a little earthy tones. Wow.
You got to get the barbacoa tacos. It's smoked barbacoa, and it's all cleaned up, right? So you're not going to get any of those little like fat pockets that you're going to get in other barbacoa spots. You know it's a good barbacoa taco when it's dripping like that.
Right. This is brisket huevo rancheros, refried brisket beans on the bottom, some sunny side eggs, a ranchero sauce, and then a nice slice of fatty brisket.
That's the bite. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm gonna finish it off here with a couple bites of your sweets you got going on.
That's our version of tres leches, but instead of the leches, we're putting Big Red in there. It's just like that bakery, church bake.
Ooh. You come out to Seguin, you have to visit the Burnt Bean. You get the proteins, you get the sides, finish it off with the desserts. If it's the weekend, get the big dino beef ribs and get the breakfast. I mean, this is killer.
Thank you.
I love everything about this. I'm gonna keep eating some of these ribs. I'm gonna finish this rib.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we go inside a resort in Round Rock, Texas, offering killer steaks.
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna give you some more foot on that. That's a double footer. There you go. 1, 2, there you go.
And next, we go inside a new ramen shop on the east side of San Antonio and meet food competitor Raina. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back. Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here on the east side of downtown San Antonio at a new ramen shop to meet Raina. Raina, or Raina is Crazy on social media, is a food competitor known across social media for her viral videos displaying her food eating abilities.
Today I am here at Suck It Kitchen to take on their ramen challenge. It's gonna be crazy.
Has there been a food challenge that you come across that you haven't been able to achieve?
There's been a few. So I actually have on my website, I list out all my wins and I list out all my losses. I have about 30 something losses, but I believe this one I'm going for my overall win number 427.
That's incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
Did she reach out to you or did you reach out to her?
She actually reached out to us, like, hey, you know, like, that's a cool name you guys have. Like, what are you guys offering there? And we have sushi, ramen, little pho, bubble tea. And she's like, well, what about some kind of food challenge? And like, you know what, for you, we'll make one up for you.
Although the noodle shop didn't have a food challenge before, they definitely have one now, a 13-pound ramen challenge. This thing is loaded with all the essential ramen favorites, and it's got a lot of it in there.
So what goes into making the ramen? What's everything that you're putting in there?
Okay, so it start off with the pork broth. In there, we have pork bones. We boil that for about 36 hours. At the 36-hour time frame, we add chicken feet to it and chicken carcass. Then boil it for another 12 hours to make it 48 hours total. Get all that collagen, all that richness out of all the bones. And then, of course, we got the noodles, the pork belly, and then all these fixings to go with it.
Is this intimidating to you at all? Have you done something similar to this or on this level?
I definitely done something similar, but just looking at the amount of meat that they have here today, it is kind of intimidating. That is a lot of food and a lot of noodles. Little
Well,
true.
slight, little short of 13 pounds, right?
Little under 13 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, it's still about 13 pounds. That is.
I think she might be okay with that.
The ramen bowl is slightly under 13 pounds, but still, come on, it's almost 13 pounds of ramen. That's still a huge feat. And the time frame to finish all this food? 30 minutes. Let's see if Raina can do it.
We got a really good crowd here today, so I want you guys to do a countdown, and we will get started from 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was incredible.
Thank you.
It was really cool. What is a normal after food competition like kind of mentality that you have?
I definitely just thinking about like chilling. Yeah, I definitely take it very easy after a food challenge, and then no, just relax, honestly. Yeah, don't want to go do anything too crazy after this.
Suck It Kitchen and Bar is now open on the east side of downtown San Antonio. And if you want to get more information about Raina, just follow her on social media at Raina is Crazy. You don't have to eat the big bowl of ramen when you visit the shop, but you can get great drinks, great customer service, and delicious food. And next, here on Texas Eats, we go inside a resort in Round Rock, Texas, offering killer steaks.
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna give you some more foot on that. That's a double
All right,
footer. There you
curve.
1, 2. There you go.
So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
When you're here at the Kalahari Resort and you want to have a really nice meal, you have to come out to Double Cut Steakhouse. This is where they have the prime cuts of steak, plus pork and poultry on the menu. Let's go into the kitchen and see what they got cooking up. Joining us again here is Chad Blunson, Executive Director of Culinary here at the Kalahari Resort. And right here you have a whole cutting board of the best cuts of meat that you could possibly find anywhere. I mean, this one right here off the top, that's a dry aged cut right there. Talk to me about that.
That is a 20-ounce bone-in dry age, aged 30 days. We're proud to serve certified Angus beef here from ranches in Texas. And this is just some of our steak lineup that we have here. We've got different size beef tenderloin is our most popular cut. Here's a nice 8-ounce steak there. We've got a 12. If you want a 12, you can share it if you want, but it's all yours if you want it as well.
That's the big one, though. That's what you want.
That's right, that's right.
If somebody was to ask, what's your favorite one, which one would you go for?
Well, it's got to be my tomahawk.
Oh, see, you're hiding the good stuff. Look at you. You got the big boy right there.
This can serve 2 to 3 people. So here at Double Cut, we got what we call a meat and 3. So Southern tradition that you know all about meat and 3. This is our version of it. We're going to get a top quality steak, incredible ingredients, and it comes with 3 house-made sides. This is our tomahawk that we were cooking a little earlier in the kitchen, so 48-ounce prime CAB on there. We cook it right there on the bone to make it an easier, enjoyable eating experience. We let it rest, we take it off the bone for you, and we serve it with your choice of 3 sides. So we've got our fresh corn there, cream corn, can't go wrong with that at a steakhouse. Mushrooms, you gotta have steak and mushrooms, right?
Oh, yeah.
We do ours a little bit differently with glazed with a little bit of bourbon and fresh herbs, charred broccoli, toasted pine nuts, Parmesan cheese.
This is a steakhouse that you don't have to come to the resort to enjoy. You can just come here and just go into the steakhouse, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Any of our restaurants you're able to enjoy as a local guest or as a guest that's here. But like you mentioned, you don't have to stay here. So the local community, we love it. We know the great people of Round Rock will really embrace this restaurant as well as our others. It's got its own entrance. We have this beautiful patio out front which opens up onto our Amatuli. It's kind of our gathering place where you'll see people enjoying live music at night, featuring crafts, local artisans, as well as artisans that will be here from Africa.
I love that it's an educational experience as well as an engaging experience for everyone when they come out to Kalahari. I mean, because you can come out here, you have fun, you get great food, but you can also learn something about African culture when you're out here as well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
If you're looking to be wild, you want to come out, you want to have the romantic evening you probably haven't had in a while so the kids can go out and have fun, and maybe you and the missus can go and enjoy yourself. You get a glass of wine, you get that tomahawk steak, you get the sides. This is the way to do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Inferno's wood-fired oven and spirits is the best spot in Bernie to watch pro football playoffs and the big game. Get wood-fired pizzas, ice-cold beer and drinks, plus the new hot chicken oil chicken wings and scorpion wings. Bring the whole family and kick off pro football playoffs with Inferno's in Bernie. Now, we're cruising to the far west side of San Antonio to check out a food truck from Del Rio, Texas.
Now we're here off Culebra on the west side of San Antonio to go inside of a food truck that's making some amazing Tex-Mex food. Let's go inside La Masata Tapatio's food truck. Joining me now is Amy Gonzalez. She is the co-owner out here at La Masata Tapatio's food truck.
La Masata is the nickname of our grandfather. And Tapatios is a dish that you can find in Del Rio, Texas and Acuña, Mexico. And a lot of people try to say that they're flautas, but they're dressed a little different and they're much smaller.
These are the Tapatios that you can get when you come out to La Masata, okay?
Okay, so it's shredded beef.
Okay.
And then we hand roll them. And we fry them and top them with tomatillo, Mexican crema. That one is dressed with Mexican crema, queso cotija, and the homemade ranchero salsa.
Okay, here we go. This is ranchero style. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my. Here, give me some foot.
Yes.
Bam.
Bam.
Fantastic.
It is a lot of work a lot of love and a lot of patience.
You can taste it.
Thank you.
Wow. All of the food here is made from scratch, and you can tell when you take that bite. Everything just has this brightness to it that you can tell there's a lot of love and a lot of time put into it.
So we have the mini street tacos right here. What you have there is the asada. We load them with onion and cilantro, limes, and salsa.
All right, so the little street tacos you can get when you come out here as well. This is so fun. It's so simple. It's so good. If you're a fan of street tacos, these are the street tacos that you need to try. With the avocado, with the cotija cheese on top, that is like the ultimate Tex-Mex street taco bite. This is what a little street taco should be right here. This is where it's at. And then you got the bean and cheese. And I love that you have thought about the ride home for people.
Of course.
Because like, I've thought about that too. Like you want a little, when you order French fries, you're gonna eat some in the way home, right?
Yes.
So these are like your way home food.
Yes.
All right, bean and cheese.
And those beans are homemade with fresh pinto beans of the morning.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Let me give you some more foot.
Thank you.
More foot. Man. I love that everything kind of has a hit, a little taste of like almost like bacon or pork to it. Everything kind of has that kind of vibe to it.
Yep.
And you know, it doesn't get more bacon than what's going on over here. So talk to me about this hot dog.
So this is our Mexican hot dog. It's a toasted bolillo bread with homemade refried beans, just like the ones you tasted in the bean and cheese. We layer it with fresh avocado, pico de gallo, Mexican crema, and the thick cut bacon that just makes on the grill.
This poor plate can't even hold up to it. Look at this plate just bending on the weight of this thing. All right.
Yeah, we really load those up.
Oh my gosh.
You got it, you got it.
Wow.
It's a lot of flavors, huh?
I love that.
Yeah.
If you want something that's just big and it's gonna fill you up, you get the Mexican hot dog. This thing is loaded with all kinds of pico de gallo, bacon. You got the big all beef hot dog that's in there as well. If you want to go over the top, this is what you get. This is huge.
And we actually have a combo plate that has that hot dog and 3 mini tacos.
What?
A lot of people order that. It's called the Eddie's Combo. Eddie's our friend, owner of the Box Street Social food truck.
If you could eat Eddie's taco plate, good on you. That's a lot of food.
We just brought out our aguas about a month or so ago. We have limonada, horchata, sandia, and banana.
I'm gonna try this one right here. It's kind of calling my name.
Okay.
The sandia, this is the watermelon.
And that one is dressed with chamoy and a little bit of chili.
Oh yeah. Woo. They're gonna get you a little bit. To wash it all down, you gotta get the aguas frescas, and they have different kinds available. I suggest the sandia one. The watermelon is just really good. Thank you so much for having us out here. You guys, La Masata Tapatios, this food truck is bomb. One of the best in San Antonio. You have to check them out if you haven't had them before. I'm gonna keep diving into all these drinks. This one looks refreshing too. But you guys gotta check them out. Thank you. One more time.
You're welcome, thank you.
I'm gonna eat all those tacos right
Eat
now.
it.
They'll be called the
Drink it
David
all.
Special.
Toma todo.
The David plate, one of everything. Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here in Old Town Helotes to go inside of a coffee shop that's not just a coffee shop. They have all kinds of baked delicious food and they have ammunition. Let's go inside Texas Grounds Coffee Company. Joining me now is Phil and Jen. They are the co-owners here at Texas Grounds. And in front of us, we have all these delicious treats. We have 2 drinks and we have the cream puff right here. But you guys have so many sweet things on the menu. I mean, you can see them all right here. But the cream puff is kind of like, that's the creme de la creme, right? No pun intended. It's got the cream in there.
Yeah.
But you have one that's like the size of this tray. Talk to me about that.
It's true. Even though those look massive, they're actually the small cream puff. The large party puff is the size of the entire tray. So a lot of times people will get it for a birthday celebration or just for the office to wow somebody.
I love that. Now, where do the recipes come from for all these baked goods?
Some came from my grandma, some came from my mom, and some came from Pinterest, where we just drooled and had to have them in our case. So.
Pinterest is fun like that, right? You kind of just get lost in Pinterest.
You get to play, yeah.
I know. And when you have it saved on your computer, you click pictures, you save it. It's a whole thing. Pinterest is addicting. So Phil, why roasting coffee? How did this get started, and have you done this before?
Well, coffee has always been a part of my life ever since I've been growing up, and that's how I've made contact with people. Is I've always said, let's go have a cup of coffee. So that is the perfect way that Jen and we had that same belief, bringing the community together with a cup of Texas Grounds coffee.
And that's how you do it right here. You got the lattes, you have some funky lattes, you got Reese's Pieces just hanging out on top.
Absolutely.
That's wild. I'm gonna sip on this latte, but I gotta know, when you came up with this concept, when did the ammunition come in? Like when you were like, you know what? Yeah, pastries and all these coffees and lattes. Oh, and ammunition. Like when did that pop in?
This is Texas, baby. Ammo. We thought, you know what? We sell coffee by the pound. Why not ammo by the pound? So.
And how many people are doing that?
You know, everybody loves it. We can't keep the ammo in stock. It's pretty amazing. So we sell 9mm ammo, 115 grain, and it's pretty magical. You just pull the lever down, and either coffee or ammo comes out. So it is amazing.
And sometimes you can get a blend of the two. You don't know what you're gonna get, right?
You gotta be careful.
A blind bag. You just go for it. You have the table in the front, and it has the white cloth on there. It has the folded flag, and that's to honor, the different armed services that we have. But it's also different. You have firefighters that are in there as well. So why is that important to you?
Absolutely, and we've always said if we ever own a business, we want that to be the first thing that people see is that memorial table, and that's for our fellow soldiers who weren't able to make it home. So that's a sign of respect for them.
So the cream puff, it came about, I grew up in New Jersey and I came to Texas when I was 18, and in a diner in New Jersey, they had giant cream puffs. I've never seen anybody pick it up with their hands. That's a first, so congratulations.
Wow.
But in Texas, we'll do it big, so I love it.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me out here, you guys. Absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for a little getaway, you want to kind of feel like you're in the hill country, but still have that comfort to feel like you're in your own home, you come out here to Texas Grounds. You can get your ammunition out here. You get your 9mm. You can get your lattes, your coffees. Can you make your own blends here too? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Make your own blends, but you have to try the cream puff. It will change your life.
Don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
In order to go to all the delicious restaurants that you see here on the show, you have to have a reliable vehicle. And that's why we're out here today at Vic Bond Toyota of Bernie. And with me, as always, Chris Franklin, the Dealmaker.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And now we're out here because you guys have so many deals on so many vehicles out here on the lot. We're going to talk about one in particular, the Highlander, and you have a great deal going on that right now.
Well, first of all, $210 a month. That's right, you could lease one for $210 a month. Take that out of it, it is an incredible vehicle. It's great.
These things are built to have fun. I mean, you can go off-road, and also you can look good in the city with these as well.
Well, and if you're a mom, you're picking up the kids from school, you can pack them in there safely. But it's a great vehicle. There's one right behind us right now. I mean, it's a great car at $210 a month. You can't beat that.
You can't beat that. $210 a month out here at Vic Bond Toyota Bernie. We're in the service center, which is also a great part of why you come out here to visit. And for people to get more information on the Highlanders, where do they go?
ToyotaBernie.com.
There you go. Welcome back to Texas Eats. We're here in downtown San Antonio to go inside of a chicken shack that's cooking up some wild sandwiches. Let's go inside Smack's Chicken Shack. Joining me now is the owner of Smack's Chicken Shack. This is Keenan Hendricks, and thank you so much for having us out here. You have a lot of delicious food right in front of us. You have your heavy hitters, you have some like wild items here, but we're gonna start on this one. This is the Big Smack, right?
Big Smack, yes,
so
sir.
talk to me about this sandwich, what's in it and what's going on.
So it's our version of like a McDonald's Big Mac, basically. We make our own house-made smack sauce. Has pickles, onions, and lettuce.
So I'm gonna take a bite out of this. Why chicken sandwiches?
I was doing a constant changing menu for a while, and people love the chicken sandwiches.
Bro, that's next level.
That's good, right?
That's
Thank
really
you,
good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We actually use panko, and the reason why I use panko is I think it crisps up better, so it stays crispy. Not only that, it doesn't hold as much grease.
Straight up, first opinion, you take that bite, it's heavy physically, but when you take that bite, it's not as heavy as you would anticipate it to be on the bite. The sauce is really what's providing that creaminess that you want. That's where a lot of the savory, heavier flavors are coming from. But the chicken itself, it's actually very light chicken. Yeah. And this isn't like one of those chicken places you go to and they're putting like 2 pieces, little pickles on the sandwich, right? This thing's loaded with pickles.
They usually get the Nashville hot. That one's really good. Like I said, it's a classic one. It's just such has great flavor. It's like not too hot, not too not hot. It's just right.
All right, so now we're gonna jump over here. The Nashville hot chicken sandwich, a very popular sandwich.
Traditional Nashville's dipped in oil and then seasoning put on it. Ours is like a Nashville sauce. And then we put some cream sauce on it, some honey, and pickles.
That's unlike any other Nashville hot chicken sandwich I've ever had.
Thank you.
Oh, cream sauce that's on. That's
and mellow is out.
That is next level, dude.
Thank you, thank you.
If you're really into spicy chicken sandwiches, you have to try the Smack's Chicken Shack Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Unlike anything else I've ever had. Good stuff. And then the fries too. Talk to me. Are these just like straight up just tasty fries? You got anything going on with them?
Yeah, so they're definitely different.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just wait for it. Yeah.
It's
so
a little sweet.
We do have a sugar-based seasoning. Can't tell you everything, but you know, it's got sugar,
Tell me your secrets.
some allspice, you know, stuff like that. So like the seasonal, I guess.
They're sweet, but they're still savory.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are killing it, man. This is cool.
Thank you.
This one right here, you said this is like your big seller.
Yeah, that's the top seller.
And talk to me what's going on.
So this is the cheesy Thai loaded fries. It's gonna be house cheese sauce, Thai sweet chili sauce, the fries, chicken, and then our own house seasoning on top.
That's the bite right there, y'all. A little bit of everything. Oh, I'm losing some pieces. Here we go.
This one's my baby. I put it on the menu. For a while it didn't sell, and then I was like, I'm keeping it on there for me, and now it's our top seller.
That Thai sauce is what sells the whole thing. That's good, man.
Good, right?
Woo! All right. It's sweet, it's savory, it's creamy, it's a little salty. It's all the notes you want. It's unctuous, and it has that umami. It hits you in the back.
Yeah.
You have found a good way to blend all those flavors together. And then the fries are nice and crispy as well, so you have a great texture on there. I would say this is definitely a shareable plate.
Yeah.
This is fantastic, though. I think you really have found a niche in the game. Did you ever think you would have a chicken place only doing chicken?
No, actually I didn't. I don't know, I didn't really have an idea of where I'd be when I came to cooking, but it took off. And I mean, anywhere I go, I get a chicken sandwich. You know, I love chicken and waffles, which we'll have on brunch eventually, so.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down. I can eat the whole thing. Whether you want sweet or savory, or you want some loaded fries, you need to come here. I mean, they got it all. Now, Keenan, talk to me about this one right here. And this one right here. I mean, you get peanut butter and jelly and donuts. I mean, you're getting crazy with these two.
So the peanut butter and jelly, from my hometown, there was a burger joint that did a peanut butter and jelly burger, but they would just do peanut butter on the inside and smother it in jelly.
Wow.
And I love that burger, and I was like, let me try it on a chicken sandwich.
And then what about this donut right here?
The donut was, like a brunch idea for, it's specifically only here at Hopscotch. It's got honey butter, powdered sugar, sprinkles, 2 donuts, fried chicken, some fries.
If people want to follow you, they want to get more information on you, how do they know where the shack's going to be at?
So we're permanently here for right now at Hopscotch. Like you said, we're going to have the brick and mortar, but they can follow us at Smack's Chicken Shack.
Love it. Give me some foot.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Going in for it. You guys, Smack's Chicken Shack. This is where it's at. You want to get your chicken to tack on. This is where you come out here. Everything's delicious. I highly recommend the Big Smack and that Nashville. Game changers. If you're going for something that's just loaded, the loaded fries, of course, and you can transform any one of these into that. I'm gonna give this a bite. This is the donut sandwich.
It's like a funnel cake. It's good.
Y'all are wrong.
It's good, right?
Y'all are wrong for that one.
Especially if you have a sweet tooth.
That's good. For all-you-can-eat barbecue with loaded baked potatoes, dino beef ribs, and loaded brisket nachos, only at Texas D. Willie Smokehouse.
Get all-you-can-eat Texas barbecue for $26.99 per person, plus D. Willie's popular side items.
Get giant dino beef ribs, all-you-can-eat barbecue, loaded baked potatoes, and loaded brisket nachos, only here at Texas D. Willie Smokehouse, plus all the sides and delicious tea. Cheers.
That was good stuff.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Texas Eats. And to get more information on all the restaurants and a map, just go to our website, ksat.com/Texas Eats. And to get more information on all the vehicles out here at Vic Bond Toyota of Boerne, just go to their website, toyotaofboerne.com. And follow us on social media at KSAT Texas Eats on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to join us every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning right here on KSAT 12, because this is how Texas eats.